gotta give it a minute, Dickie, because it takes a second for it to cycle through.
Okay.
Then I'll start talking, okay? As soon as I see the little notification, I'll start talking.
Okay. Did you paint the trim work yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. It look good?
Yeah. I tarred it today too.
Oh, cool. Cool. Ready for the winter.
Yeah. Why isn't this? Can you guys see us? Because I didn't get the notification. Pine Tree, what up? Douglas Allman, what up? Apache, what up? Well, we got 3 people in here so far.
I can see you.
Yep, and I can see you.
Right.
Can you see the people commenting below you, Dickie? You see all the comments and stuff coming through?
Yeah.
You don't have to read them. I'm just making sure you can see them.
Yep. I got them. Yep.
Okay, so we're good. Sorry, guys. That took about 12 takes to get this done, but we got it done. And I don't know if you're noticing what I have in front of me here. Do you guys know what this is? You know what this bad boy is? This is the 2930 Milwaukee rear handle circular saw with the thick Nerf blade, that new technology blade that they came out with. It looks like a beast. It looks like a beast. That's all I'm going to say. It looks like a beast. Now, I was very depressed that I didn't get the flex rear handle saw deal that everybody else got the other day because I waited too long on it.
Okay.
So this came about. So I haven't even used this yet. We're going to do a video comparing it against the old one and seeing if it's in fact a little bit better. And look at that bad boy. Blammo. Who do you know that can get a Bosch narrow crown stapler for 26 bucks? This guy did. 26 bucks. 26 bucks I got that fucking thing for.
26 bucky.
26 bucks. So we got Captain Dick here. It yelling and screaming and cussing for about 40 minutes, trying to figure out why the volume wasn't working. But we ended up finally getting him in here. He's been messing with his new tools. Say hi to everybody, Captain Dick.
Hello there, folks. How you doing out there?
Are you guys happy that Captain Dick's here?
I hope so. I love y'all.
Hey, Sayer said, what up?
What up, man? What up? But that saw, like, I think the old school, that size like that used to be worm gear. The old
worm
one.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah, drive, yeah.
They still make, this isn't a worm drive. This is just a worm drive style. It doesn't actually have the worm, it doesn't have the gears or nothing. It's just a rear handle, okay? Skill Saw still makes a worm drive circular saw. And it's corded though. That's the only problem. It's corded, and but I hear it's still pretty badass.
It's badass.
All right, Jimmy Blue Balls is here. Doug Allman, Pine Tree, Sayer, Apache. Gets is I can't pronounce whatever that is, buddy. Is it made of worms? No, it's not made of worms. It's just a worm drive.
I'm gonna show you my shirt.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but my daughter bought this for me.
Yeah, Jennifer.
That's full of screws all on. It's like a flag. That's a wrench. Different size screws.
That's it.
I love it.
That's bomb.
I love it.
How badass is that shirt, guys? He's got an American flag made out of tools.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So, Captain Dick's been home now for a couple of weeks. It seemed like forever that they were here at the house. Over a month they were here at the house. And we did a lot of work, got a lot of work done. And in return for him helping me, I loaded him up with a bunch of flex tools. So did you take back the Ryobi stuff or what?
The Ryobi's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah.
You took it back?
Gone. I gave it to somebody, some of it.
You gave it to somebody?
Well, I gave it that and I traded him some stuff he had, you know.
Okay.
And I'm gonna but I'm gonna have you look it up. I'm gonna get the deals on the flex. I want to get a sawzall. I want to get a circular saw. I got everything on.
Well, you just missed You want to get that inline saw that I got, that skinny one?
That one, or as long as it runs on battery, you know.
Yeah. Listen to him. Freaking a month ago, he was like, give me my gas powered and my corded stuff. Fuck these batteries. Now look, I want anything that runs on a battery. That's how it's done.
Like I said, I had the old school battery ones, but they took a crap, and I had to get something because I don't like cord. I don't like the cord, you know, pulling it through the house and all that crap.
None of us
And
do.
there's no need. It's not in today's day and age. You do not need a cord.
Yeah. No.
For
Definitely they're these tools are more powerful than corded tools. This
yeah,
saw is
yeah,
more powerful than a 15 amp circular saw right
right.
here.
So, I mean,
Oh,
I think Milwaukee pretty much makes the top of the line tool.
yeah, they're up there.
Down from there because everybody I know has Milwaukee, and I've had them before. They're pretty good too.
They are, but they don't make the best of everything.
No, they don't.
Actually, I'm going to tell you what, they don't make the best really of, except for their 12-volt tools. Their 12-volt tools are the best 12-volt tools on the
The little
market.
battery, yeah. They're, I know what you're
But
talking
I'm going to be honest with you, they don't make the best of anything. It's just that everything that they do make is super good. It may not be the best in its class, but man, across their whole line, it's just so consistently good. And Flex is also like that. The only problem with Flex is
They don't make
they just came out, so they're still adding tools to their line. You know what I mean? They got all the basic tools, but some of that and them niche tools and stuff they just don't have
yeah.
yet.
And I told you earlier, garage over around the corner, guy has a garage, I know him good. The truck that came there today, he's a Snap-on dealer. I don't know
Yeah.
what or anything, but he has the same truck, same, you know, Snap-on design, everything, but Icon tools it does on it. Professional Icon tools, no more Snap-on on it. So
Hold on, Dickie.
he must,
Apache.
you know
Hold
what?
on. Hold on. 1 second. Hold that thought. Apache, what are you talking about? That inline saw? You got one? You got one of them inline saws? Because he really does need a circ saw. I was gonna send him home with a circ saw, but I didn't want to give up my inline just yet. I still wanted to mess with it. um. Oh, before you get back into your thought, we are monetized now. As you can see, you can put up super chats. We have memberships too. So if you want to be a part of the degenerate gang, the degenerate mafia, the degen mafia, I
Right.
believe it's $2.99. We're gonna have special videos, special live streams, and special just stuff for our members. And then there's different levels of membership that unlock more stuff. Like if you become a Orange Crush Mafia member, you'll get a percentage off at our merch store and all that other type of stuff. So that's really exciting. If y'all want to be a member, great. That'd help us out a lot. And I tell you what, I just think it's cool. Like that first super chat I got last week, even though it was only 99 cents,
Right.
uh it felt like $1,000,000 because I had worked so hard to build this channel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I got Captain Dick here. Go ahead, Captain Dick.
So any of you older boys out there that know, back in the days of my day, a really good tool also that I don't even know if they're in business now was a Vulcan tool called Vulcan. And they made ratchets, everything. They almost like an old school SK Williams. They made good tools back in the days, and I don't know if they still make them, but I see you might see Snap-on going out of business.
I've been saying that for a couple of
Oh,
years now.
I mean, it's hard enough for us to go out and buy Milwaukee all the good tools, and we're just buying battery tools to use at home. But if automobile mechanic, they need everything. I mean, how could you, if you got a family, you're starting out, you went to college, you got your diploma and everything, you're not getting that much money starting out at a dealership. And then you got to have all these tools. I mean, they'll supply you with the scanner and a few minor things. Everything else you got to get. So
I know I'm a GST. I'm like a B Tech at Pet Boys, and I have to supply all my tools. You know what I
right,
mean? Thousands of dollars worth of tools at work to do oil changes and brakes and whatever, battery changes, light bulb changes, all the normal wear and tear stuff on a car. That's what I do. Tires, all that type of stuff. And I got probably 6 grand worth of tools.
right. I
And
probably
and
got
and I think I only have 1 or 2 Snap-on tools.
I probably got 30 grand in tools.
I
But
know.
I looked at them boxes equal to a Snap-on at Harbor Freight, the Icon. The nice box, it's very nice size. It's big. It was $5,500. I know for a fact I looked it over good. It's pretty well made. If you want something compatible, Snap-on, it'd be about 20 grand.
Yeah.
I'm my box ain't huge. I paid 6,000 for it. I don't know how many years ago, but right now it's probably
It's like 50
how can
grand.
you how can you afford that working on a car with a family and everything?
The Icon, hold on 1 second. Somebody just gave us a membership. Thank you, Apache Helicopter. You're our second member. You and $5 drills are our 2 members. So thank you, Apache. Actually, Apache, you're the first because $5 drills is my wife. But thank
So
you.
I've been doing a little bit of side work here in Florida. You know, I'm getting older. I think I'm going to retire in probably about 2 years. I got some oddball jobs, but your tools are precious to you to go do a job. You know, if you got battery ones versus plug-in, you know, and all that, you can go there and get it done. You know, it's so convenient. You have it, you know, beat, done. You don't got to. And what I hated, I'd have helpers, and they would unplug my 50 or 100 foot extension cord and just bundle it all up.
Yeah.
And then I go to use it. You got to untangle. It's like untangling a fishing line. They got all caught. It's like, why you do this, man? It's a lot of work for me. Roll it up.
Sayer just said he can't afford to be a mechanic anymore. It costs too much.
Absolutely, 100%. My friend, he got a garage in Sanford. He just bought the new top of the line scanner, $24,000. It does everything.
Fucking crazy.
But come on, man, you know. And he bought it. He bought it, you know.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
but they'll do any car, but still, they only put you in the direction. You still got to have a brain to figure out. You know, it can give you so many false codes, say this and that. It's getting
Yeah.
you in the area of it. But come on, you got that, and you need tools. You
Yeah.
know, job just starting out making 25 maybe an hour.
Yeah.
How you afford that? You gotta go back. Baby diapers will make you go broke, let alone tools.
Yeah.
Everything
So
else.
Jimmy said you should retire and start a compound out in Tennessee with Josh because that's where we're moving. Nah, him and my mom are all set up in Florida. They ain't leaving Florida. They love Florida.
No,
LFL,
I
what
talked
up,
to
buddy? And yes, I'm very happy about the Giants win.
I talk about your mom all the time. I like to go where it ain't so hot all the time because you get about 2 months where it's done. You can't go outside. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was brought up in Niagara Falls, New York. Had snowmobiles all my life, been out work on cold. I'm not saying I like the cold, but it's nice now and then to get out of 110-degree weather.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen to this. Listen to this. Look how fast that stops, Sticky.
Yeah, that's a lot of them are doing that now. So when if guys are cutting wood and they're not too handy, when they take their hand off there, it stops, so they can't cut their hand off.
Yeah.
That's what that's a break. It's called a break.
Yeah.
A lot of them have that, you know. But
Yeah.
anyways, anyways, it's nice.
$5 CAD for membership after tax. Tactics and Souls. I have to Kemper. What are you talking about? It's only $2.99. It's $2.99. I looked at everybody else's memberships. It was either cheaper or right on par with that.
Right.
Did they put the 22.5 on the Gen 2, Josh? 22.5. What are you talking about, Sayer? Elaborate. Don't move to Louisiana. Oh, trust me, we were in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, about 5 or 6 months ago for nationals, and let me tell you, I did not go outside much. My mom and my wife sat out by the pool. You know where I sat? If I wasn't bowling, I was sitting in the air conditioned room. That's where I was at. I was not going outside in 110-degree humidity. Oh, 22 and a half mark on the bevel. You know, Sarah, I'm going to be honest with you. I opened this up 5 minutes before we went live. Yeah, they got it. They got it. I don't know if you can see it, but they
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
They got it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on there. I will say, when you're buying a Milwaukee tool, I wish that they would take these numbers and put white on them so you can see them better.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just wish they would do that because on my freaking which one is it? My I think my skill one has white coloring in it so that the numbers pop up and you see them instantly.
Well, I'm gonna change the whole story. So we
Okay.
got on our patio. We got a clock, battery operated out there. It's blue. The hands on it tell you what time and are blue, the same color. So try to see what time it is out there when it's the same color. Talk about like the letters you can't read.
Yeah.
Same thing out there. Can't. Oh, pretty.
You're right,
Pretty.
Sayer. They don't have it on the Gen 1 because there's the Gen 1, Gen 1, Gen 2.
So what was the difference in the two?
The bevel markings 22 and a half.
Okay. All right.
22 and a half. They didn't have that marked on the first generation, but on the second generation it did.
Well, they only going to get better, you know. They're going to
Yeah.
keep better, better, better.
Yep.
Yep. So how's everybody doing out there? What kind of projects you got going on there? What kind of tools are you using?
Well, I can tell you right now, Sayer is a Metabo guy. Metabo HPT. Jimmy is a Milwaukee fanboy. LFL just said, has the captain gotten more of those flex deals? No, he's not an online shopper, so I gotta find them for him. But we'll find him some stuff. Maybe me and Apache can hook up and get him a circular saw. What up, Doctor Left Hand Thread? What up?
I'm going to go off air for 1 minute. And so you can talk. I want to show you something.
Oh, he's gone, guys. See you later. I tell you what, this last 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, I don't think YouTube is sending out my live stream. Now, we had to restart it 12 times tonight, so maybe that has something to do with it. But right now, we only got like 9 or 10 watching. That's crazy. We used to get like 30, 40. I'm getting the Bosch strong arm saw tomorrow. Nice. Team Red till I'm dead. Pine Tree. I am currently working on building a 32 by 48 pole barn right now. Nice. Good luck. You know what I got done before we went live? Sealing my driveway and sealing that piece of asphalt me and Captain worked on when the house was sinking in that corner. That's what I was doing before I went live. Douglas Allman, I really need a good socket organizer for all my impact sockets. You know what I use? I use the US General ones from Harbor Freight. I hate spending money on stuff and they do just fine. They keep them organized and that's all they're really for. There are much better ones, but I hate spending the money on that shit. I want it to be as cheap as possible. Oh yeah, you need to do that. How many coats? Well, I just put the first coat on. I put the first coat on before we went live.
All right, I'm back.
You plan on getting the dual function rigid inflator this holiday season? It looks like a good one. I got the M18 inflator, and that's nice, but that rigid one looks nifty. All right, Cap, show them what you got. Look at
Metabo, man, how old is that? This still
that.
works great. This is absolutely 30 years old. And I use it.
Nice.
Well, I used it at a welding shop, grinding metal, and really maxed it out, and it still works. It's an old school Metabo.
I know that's a German Metabo.
Germans make good tools.
They do. Sayer, thank you, buddy. Sayer just sent us $10. Dickie's Stream Fund. He just sent us to thank you, Sayer.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Josh, do you have the regular handle Milwaukee saw? I need to get a cordless saw. I do not. I have the 60-volt flex volt from DeWalt Sidewinder. I have a 6.5-inch Hercules Sidewinder, and I got a shitty Ryobi 6.5-inch fucking circular saw that ain't worth the box it came in. I have a Metabo rear handle. I got a Skill rear handle. I got the Milwaukee rear handles, and I got a Skill 5 3/8. I got a Skill 5 3/8 circular saw. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Doc. Thanks for the $2 or two euros. Thanks, Doc.
I do
Thanks,
have.
Apache, for the $10. You guys don't have to do that. Thanks, guys.
I have an old school snap-on half-inch impact.
Yeah.
I got it in the garage. It's probably this big. It's an old school heavy one. Had the big battery, and I used that today. It is strong, and the battery's getting weak. It wouldn't touch them bolts I tried to get off. The flex
No.
took it off.
But the flex took them right off, huh? What up,
Yeah,
Pat?
and that snap-on one's old too, but it was badass in its days. But it weighs like 3 times as much too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell them about your flex impact wrench that you went home with. Tell them.
Yep. That's when I said I went down there. My buddy house down the street, and he had that old inch lug nuts on an old Chevy, and he had a DeWalt, and I tried my snap-on. The battery's weak on it, wouldn't do it, and I put the flex on. I put it on 2, and I hit it, and it was coming off. You know, I sprayed some thrust on it first because it'd been sitting for years. But when I put it on, bam, 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 I couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it.
And it's probably a lot smaller than your Snap-on, huh?
Oh, you want me to go show it to you?
Go get the Snap-on. You already left once. Hey, while you're there, grab other stuff. So you ain't got to keep going back and forth. Seriously though, guys, thanks for the memberships and the super chats. It means a lot, and I gotta tell you, it's kind of surreal. It's kind of surreal watching them come through here, because I always felt like guys that went live and entertained us for an hour or two, they deserve to have something for their time. So I always tried almost every live stream of whoever I was watching to send them a few bucks or whatever. And I never thought that we would be here this quick. I just haven't. So I'm pretty happy about that. What up, Tools with Souls? You like Richard. A lot of people like Richard. Laugh out loud. We're coaching efficiency. Yeah, yeah. You got to with Captain Dick, man. Because if you don't, he made me run to Home Depot 6 times in a day. And then I sent him to Home Depot because I didn't want to have to keep running. He was gone for 3.5 hours because he couldn't find. He got lost in Home Depot. We'll tell that story when he gets back. LFL. Yeah, Josh, I got my dad the Milwaukee inflator last Christmas. It's nice. It is nice. I use it at work all the time. That I know. It is a trap, Apache. It is. So I'm all like, I don't want to go to Home Depot. You go to Home Depot. I'll do all this. You go to Home Depot. 2 hours go by. I'm like, yo, where are you? He goes, I'm effing lost, and I'm used to the one in Florida, blah, blah, blah. So I tell him where it's at. Finally, 3.5 hours later, he's coming home. Doug, if you knew Captain like I know the Captain, you would understand how he got lost in Home Depot. He's lost in his own garage right now. Over under 5 minutes it takes him to come back to the camera. I guarantee it. Went to Lowe's a few days ago to do a video. 2 hours later, I walk out without shooting a second. How did that happen? Well, when you put up with my smart arse comments and grumpy mood, so money well spent. Thank you, Sayer. Thank you. Hey Doc, I missed your stream this Sunday. I was doing stuff and I completely forgot about it. My bad. There he is.
Hey, okay. This is old school. It's old, and this has been very good to me, but it's getting old. So this is my snap-on.
Woo! You can't even fit that in the camera. Look at that thing. It's a relic.
Now, you can see how much shorter this one is.
Yeah.
If you're getting under a car and trying to take out a ball joint or trying to take sway arms, anything off, you can get in there. This one, you don't get in there. You got to have a swivel with a impact swivel on it. And them swivels, if you don't use a good swivel and you're using a badass gun, that swivel will bust and hit you in the head. You know, it's not a little swivel, it'll break.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's even shorter. Look how much shorter it is.
I know.
That all makes difference. You know, but it has been a good gun.
Yeah,
But
but now you got a better gun with
this
better
has more.
batteries.
Well, that has more. I had that when I was young. So now, but that has more power when that was new. And this
Well, no,
gun,
it had
and
the
this,
same amount of power. It's just that the tools today are so strong.
and this back in the day, this gun was $1,100. It came in,
$1,100.
and it came in a nice case.
50 years ago.
The battery, it's out in the garage. The battery is twice the size of that battery, at least twice the size.
Yeah.
Came in a nice case and everything, but
What type of
that's
batteries? What type of batteries are on the Flex?
double stack.
Double stacks. We're not calling them stacked lithiums anymore. They're called double stacks because Captain Dick said so.
Just remember when you go to the hot dog and hamburger place, they give you a double stack, or they'll give you 2 pieces of hamburger, and you know what a double stack is,
Yeah.
right?
No. See, back in the day when Souls, I'm the one that got the Vaseline when I bought that stupid freaking drill and grinder from Snap-on because it's dog shit. At least back in the day, that impact gun was probably one of the best, if not the best one on the market. But
Absolutely.
Snap-on has fallen quite some.
Yeah, they really gotta regroup and bring the prices down because let's face it, people that are just using everyday tools don't need the fancy. They're going to Harbor Freight buying junk because they can't afford to buy a good tool.
Yeah,
It's the way it
yeah,
is, and the way the
yeah.
economy.
Because Dickie, they could buy 12, 13 Harbor Freight tools for the same price as one Snap-on tool. And guess what? If that one lasts them 2 years, who gives a fuck? It's so cheap. Throw it out and get another one. You're still
Right?
saving money.
Yep, absolutely. You know, and it's just hate to see it happen, but nobody has money to throw away. You know when you can get a comparable tool like Icon, or there are other sockets out there that are good too. That you know I have SK, I have Proto, I have Lyle,
Proto, Lyle.
I have all kinds of them. You know what? And most of them don't break. So why am I going to go out and spend? Let's just say, for instance, I'm going to go buy a socket set, which is say it's $60. You ain't buying one for $60. Okay, you want $60. I'm going to go Snap on. Well, $460. Well, no, because they don't break unless you got a crazy put a pry bar on it 8 feet long.
Yeah, but listen, Dickie, I've had all Pittsburgh and Icon sockets and impact sockets from Harbor Freight for 5 years now. Use them every day. And I've only had one break. And the reason why one broke is because I put a chrome socket on an impact because I was too lazy to walk back to my box and it shattered it.
Yeah,
And guess what? I walked in with it. They handed me a brand new one. No
no question.
questions asked.
And I always prefer a 6 point socket over a 12. I never
Yeah,
use 12 point because they strip too easy and you got way more power on the 6 point. But
yeah.
sometimes like some like on a Ford, the brake calipers hold them on. They're 12 point. You got to use a 13, a 10 or a 13, 12 point. A 6 point won't work on it. So,
Yeah,
but otherwise, always use 6 point.
yeah. I just use 6 point for what I'm doing. That's all you need is 6 point.
Because it won't slip like a 12 point. If you get it a nut that's a little bit semi-round. You put a 12 pint on it. You got a power point. It'll spin it out, But then you can
Yeah,
go right over it with a 6 point, take it right out.
yeah. Apache Helicopter just said you could lease a Harbor Freight location for 12 months for the cost of a snap-on power tool. Josh, you testing that saw tonight? I don't know. I think tonight, because it's Captain's first night on his own, I think we're just going to sit here and talk about tools for like an hour. Maybe next week we'll bust out some tools and stuff, and me and him can do some different stuff. He can do something, and I can do something next week. But for tonight, I just want to take it easy. It's his first time. Let's ease him into this a little bit. Hey, Souls, what do you think about this, buddy? If you're still on, Souls, what do you think about that? The 2930. I kind of want to try this new blade.
Yeah, see what it does.
Yeah.
That'll probably rip boards really good.
I'm hoping it does. But
There's it looks like it'll work very good to get a job done.
all right, Dickie. Tools with Souls. Remember he went live with us? The guy that
Yeah.
told you about the PB blaster and you said no. Yeah.
Right.
He just said, "Richard, glad to see you're turning around to these battery tools."
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I have my edger. I got a low rototiller. I got a extended chainsaw, pole saw, and I got clippers. What else I got?
Yeah, but you want the Milwaukee clippers. The
No,
jaws of life.
I have, what I'm saying is, I have a Ryobi weed whacker that has all the attachments. But I'm saying I got, and I've used these. I got an older one. I have the rototiller, the pole saw, the clippers, hedge clippers, edger, and that. And it, is there something out there? Because I got to get another one because my Ryobi thing, it broke. So I got all this attachment.
Yeah, you want to
You
you want to take that Ryobi. Listen, you want to take that Ryobi, put it in a garage sale, get some money for it, okay? And then go get you Ego, a Milwaukee, or something like that. I got a Milwaukee one, huh?
But all my attachments, I'll go broke buying them because I use them all the time.
Well, if your thing broke, I don't think those attachments. I don't know. I have gas powered Ryobi power lawn power tools. I don't have battery powered ones. And I tell you what, the gas powered ones sucked. I had to rebuild the carburetor 3 times in 5 years.
But I'm wondering if they could come out with an electric one that'll accept my attachment.
Well, maybe they will. Maybe we'll dig into that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because I got, like I say, I got a rototiller, probably, I don't know, maybe 16 inches wide. Then I got the hedge trimmers. I got the pole saw, the chainsaw. I got an edger and a weed whacker that all take that attachment. So
Yeah.
if they had a battery one, that would be cool.
They do. You remember my Milwaukee one you saw? That has all the attachments too with the rototiller and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they do make them, but I don't know if they'll accept your attachments. Hold on, I got to answer some questions. Jimmy, no, I've never used this thick Nerf blade yet. Tools with Soul says never admit to owning Ryobi in mixed company.
Friends don't let friends have Ryobi.
Yes.
And
How
then
about
then they made the Poland tools. Poland. You get the chainsaw, they always broke down. That's why they call them Poland. Keep pulling and pulling and pulling.
Not me. I just press a button and it starts up every time.
Now for trimming trees, electric chainsaw, unless you're cutting down a forest 24/7, they really are the cat's ass.
You use my Milwaukee chainsaw.
I have a still chainsaw, and it's a good one.
Well,
I
still's one of the best.
Yeah, it still was expensive, but you know what? The electric one for the time you're using it, and the battery never run out on the electric one. My buddy had one. It was a Milwaukee. He goes, "I'll cut faster than you." I said, "No way! I got this badass still, $400 gas." And we had big logs. It was hardwood too. He went right through it. My
Yep.
saw was going through it, but he went because it's direct drive and it's full power, almost like an electric car. Juke went right through it.
Yep.
Way better than mine, and I was really impressed. So you see a lot of linemen in Florida going up there, and they're just trimming trees for the hurricanes. They all got electric.
Yep.
You don't want to go up there, bang, 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 won't start. They're up there in the lift, They're all going to electric chainsaws. They only use like 14-inch ones, because they're just cutting stuff around the pole and everything. But it is the way to go.
Yeah. It is. It is. Gas is going to be no more in about 10 years. I
Right?
give it a decade before there's no more gas anything.
And probably eventually, I think that they will come up with a better solution on how to make batteries, make cars. And I think you will see electric cars get way better, but it's going to be a while.
Oh, it's going to be a while. Yeah. I would
Yeah,
still buy a hybrid car, battery and
yeah,
gas. I would never buy an all battery car right now. Never in my life. Not right now.
because they do have the drawbacks. You know, I mean,
Well,
everybody's
especially you guys in Florida with the salt water. If you guys get high levels of water, the batteries explode.
yeah, they're not. If you live, I said this before. If you live in a condo on the beach, don't matter if you own it or not, you are absolutely not allowed to have your electric car in the garage because they have set on fire because they weren't intended to. People, all these warnings they have in Florida, don't use them. And people on the beach will be driving down the beach, going through the tide just went out, all wet, and they're throwing all the salt sand up at them. They're stupid, They're not
Well,
meant to be in the salt zero.
we live in a stupid world, Dickie, where people don't have common sense.
So in New York, even though it ain't the beach, you got more salt there, really, with all this. So it will absolutely affect it. It might not happen right away, but it's going to corrode everything. Because you got
Apache, when did you get a diesel powered Makita? Did you guys see that video I put up today of the Makita miter slash table saw that flips around? I'm not gonna lie. At a far look at it, it does look cool and awesome. But it's a Makita, and I already know it's gonna probably cost $24,000, and it's probably not gonna cut fucking square fucking boards and all that type of stuff.
like I say, from from what I've heard, Makita went downhill. Like I do have old Makita stuff. It finally took a ship at a couple of them, and I had 7 batteries. They're all gone, so I'm not buying new ones because I did hear that they're not as good as they used to be.
Well, yeah, your grandson told you. Brandon told you that they were shitty.
Right? Yep. He's a Milwaukee man.
Yeah. Well, now you're a flex guy.
Yep. Very flexible.
We got it. We got to get him a circular saw. Oh, tell him about how you use your oscillate and multi tool, the vibrating tool.
Yeah. All right. I did use. I had to.
Oh God, go get mom.
I got. I got it. Yeah. So I did use. I did use. I had to just trim out the window. The wood was all right. I had to get it off. So I used. I have my old school one that you plug in. You know, I got the Ralby one. I told you that.
Yeah.
Kid I bought, but that doesn't have the power. I'm trying to go through the wood and it don't have the power, and it smoked a bit right away. You don't have the power. It's not going in. So I used the bad boy,
The bad boy.
and that just tore it up. It don't even have time to smoke. It goes through it. Where the other one, it just don't have the oscillating, the power, and everything. So it's dogging it, and it's eating up with smoking more than I smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's them
I used
double
the
stack
I used the other
batteries.
one. I used the flex, right through it.
Yep. Yeah.
And the blades, actually, them blades, like the other one I have, it takes you use the Allen key to put the blade on.
Yeah.
Them are must be thinner metal. They're not made as strong because you use some ones there, and you going through some thick wood. Sometimes you got to go straight, and that blade will actually curl a little bit inside of the wood because it's found the easiest way. Where them blades, I think, are stronger because it'll give you a straight cut. It's just technology, you know.
Yeah. So you're like, so you ended up finding the Starlock blades
Yeah,
for your multi tool. You found them at Home Depot.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. So when I use that, worked all day, last 3 days doing a little fixing up a rental place.
I'm telling you, Dickie, me and you should call Flex and be like, yo, stop calling your batteries stacked lithium. We came up with a new name. They're double stacks.
Like, oh, sound better, man. They can all
Yeah.
make a commercial and put two batteries on top of each other. It's like two batteries in one. Oh,
Hey, guys, look, it's Jimbo the Pumpkin. Look, Dickie, you see him?
yep,
You see him?
yep, I do. Yeah.
I made the video of putting the hard hat and beating up Jimbo, and he's still here, so the hard hat worked.
Oh, cool. Now I gotta make pumpkin pie out of them.
We're gonna get to that. We'll let him live till Halloween.
I wonder how many women nowadays even know how to make a pumpkin pie out of a pumpkin. I know my mama did when I was little.
I know my mom does. I
They
know I
take the
know
seeds.
Christina. I know Christina tries. She can make one. Whether it's good or not, that's another story.
And they actually used to use them to make sweet potato pie too.
Yeah,
Sweet potato pie, they made them out of pumpkin, put the seasoning in there. And then you take the pumpkin seeds and you put them in the oven with a little salt on them.
yeah.
But nobody does that nowadays. They don't
No,
do it.
no.
What are you talking about?
Jimmy, hold on. Jimmy thinks that Jimbo the Gangster Pumpkin is because of him. It's not. His name's just Jimbo the Gangster Pumpkin. Hold on, let me go get Jimbo. Hold on, let me go get Jimbo.
Okay, let's show you. So what's the new tools going to be coming out? What's the next stage?
Well,
Rocket
my
fuel
brains
power.
got rattled. My brains got rattled the other day. I don't know what type of tools are coming out. All
There
right,
it
Jimbo,
is.
get the fuck out of here, Jimbo. You're taking up my camera time. So, what new tools are coming out? Milwaukee is coming out with a quiet impact driver called the Surge.
Okay.
So, when you're driving your fasteners in, it's much quieter than a regular impact driver. Kind of like that DeWalt one that I have.
Okay.
Rigid is also coming out with one of those called the stealth mode. Um,
Now
trying to think.
is rigid stepping it up a little bit.
Rigid's great.
I thought,
Like if I had a lot more rigid tools I could have gave you, I probably would have just gave you a bunch of rigid tools, but I had a lot of flex tools, so that's why I chose to give you flex, but rigid's good.
yeah, they say they're making them better and better too. So,
Yeah.
so. Well, you know what? You think if you really think about it, all your different drill companies and everything, if they strive to make the best, you know, and don't cut, it's sure it's going to cost more. But people that use them all the time and everything, and they're convenient, they're going to buy them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's almost like saying, "What's the best car?" You know, people will pay the extra money to get a car that won't break and will last. You know, same
Yeah,
with
but
you
Bosch
know,
is coming out with ratchets. Trying to think, putting me on the spot here. Bosch is coming out with ratchets and a couple of Bosch is coming out with just a regular stapler. There's a lot of new stuff coming out here in the next couple of months. Milwaukee's also coming out with new ratchets. Milwaukee's got a lot of stuff coming out. They got a snow blower coming out, but I don't know if I'm a fan of the snow blower. They want like $1,500 for it, and it's just not worth that.
You know what? Okay, I'm going to say it again because I'm a believer of power tools, battery, but when it's going through high strength stuff, how long would it is? Now, in Niagara Falls, New York, you could easily have 4 feet of hard packed snow, damp. It's got to throw that. And unless you have a gas one, a badass motor, 2 stage, one goes that way, the other one throws it. How, how are the batteries? They going to last because you're talking putting it through a test.
Listen, I got a skill snow blower. Skill. They're not even. It's not even that great. And I used it all winter long, and it did the whole driveway on one battery.
That's what I'm talking about. This technology. See, it's all new to me. The batteries they're coming out with, the double stack and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, Pat, I didn't get the rear handle saw because when I went to go check out online for that deal, it wouldn't let me pay for it. So then I went in the store and the guy told me it was a glitch. It was a glitch, and then Lowe's kiboshed it, and I missed out on that deal. Oh well, but hey, it's okay. We got this bad boy instead.
I'm gonna get me a sawzall, a flex one.
They
Um,
they make the best sawzall. I got a flex sawzall. They
I
make
wanna.
the best one.
I'm gonna wait, and you keep your eyes open when they got one on sale that comes with batteries.
Well, it may be this week, Dickie, because they've been blowing out all the flex stuff.
Well, if you do see it, give me a call. Let me know because, like, I got them 2 batteries, the 4-hour ones with that,
Yeah,
with the impact. So
yeah,
I mean, the impact drill. So if you know, because I always use the sawzall,
yeah.
but
Well,
when
do you want the sawzall or do you want the one-handed recip saw? You know what I'm talking about? The saber saw? It's a sawzall, but just one-handed.
like the one you got,
Yeah,
well, that'll pretty much do anything you want to do.
yeah. It's
You know,
very powerful, Dickie. Very powerful. You used it.
I use the I most you're gonna do is cut and play. You're not gonna be cutting wood. Everything. It's just for getting in places. I kind of like the one-handed one. I do.
Yeah, yeah,
So if you
yeah,
see a deal on that with batteries, let me know.
yeah. Hold on. What up, Steve Ott? Did you just sneak in here? Tools with Soul says they have a two-step battery operated snowblowers. I know, and Milwaukee's isn't. My dad thinks someone messing with Lowe's website. Okay. I've got the Sawzall and one hand flex saw. Yep. Cheeseburger. Metabo 36-volt recip saw is the best. I don't know. I think the flex one's the best. I'm not saying the Metabo one's not good. It's just not available. To me at least. Like they don't have that in my store. And as you guys know, I hate ordering online because something always happens. Dr. Left Hand Thread. Milwaukee R&D stopped investing in corded tools. A rep told me in 2018. So they stopped. They stopped investing in corded tools almost 10 years ago, Dickie.
Okay.
8 years ago, they stopped saying, "Okay, we're doing away with corded. We're putting everything in the cordless."
Right.
I didn't see
Well,
it, Steve. Sorry, bud.
that's the way to go, cordless.
Yeah. And Jimmy, at my store, all they had was a brad nailer. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, Dickie.
Right.
Let me go get those two saws for you because I
Right.
got both of them. And you want to know what? So Flex had this deal on a 4-tool kit. You got the Sawzall, you got their mid torque drill, you got the low torque drill, the compact one I gave you. Mid torque drill, a basic impact driver, you got the Flex, you got the best impact driver. And what was the other tool? Oh yeah, and the oscillate multi-tool. Okay, so 4 tools I got for like $120 with 2 batteries and a charger.
Did anybody call the cops on you for robbing them?
I know, right? So I'm all like, well, I just gave Dickie my oscillating tool, so okay, whatever, that replaces that. I had their drill and impact driver already. It don't matter. It was so
Right.
cheap, but I didn't have the sawzall.
Right.
So I don't know. You may end up be getting more powerful drills and shit for Christmas. That's all I'm saying.
So there is still a lot of off name tools out there that are good, older ones that that everybody forgot about. But I'm pretty happy with what I have. Hasn't failed me.
Okay, Dickie. This is the one-handed sawzall,
Right,
just so you can understand. It's called the
right.
one-handed recip saw, okay?
I
Does
use it at your
yeah,
house.
very powerful.
Yes, it is.
And then this is your sawzall.
Right. Yeah.
This thing is the bee's knees.
Yeah.
I hate this tool. I don't hate the flex tool. I'm just saying this type of tool, the sawzall. I don't
Why do you
know.
hate it? Why?
Because I don't use it that much. If I'm doing anything, I'm using this one.
But the other one is if say you're like going in a wall and you got
Yeah, I
that
know.
back 4x4s, 2x2s, it'll go through it.
Yeah. I think this would go through it too. Be honest with you. But I use this way more than I would ever use this. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Main reason why I hate this type of tool, because they vibrate like crazy.
Yeah.
This one does
Yes,
not
if
though.
you don't push it up against what you're doing, everything, it'll do that.
Yeah.
Cutting it'll move you like. I'm
But
gonna
this
go show
one
you something.
doesn't.
I'm gonna show you something.
Hold
Gotta
on,
go
hold
get.
on, hold on, hold on.
All right.
This one doesn't vibrate. That's what I'm trying to say. This one is
Okay.
so smooth, it's fucking crazy. Like I got a Milwaukee one and they invented this tool. It doesn't even touch this thing.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, what do you
I
want to
mean,
show me?
the big one is nice. I'm gonna go get it.
He's gonna go get it. All right, I can get caught up on stuff. He'll be back in about 22 minutes. Triple hammer bolt? Yeah, I got triple hammer bolts. Nice. Richard, don't let him get you anything cheap for Christmas either. I don't know. I think a couple of drills, a drill and something. Josh said the Metabo Impact is probably the smoothest. It is. It is. Um, it lacks in power a little bit, but it is very smooth. It is. Is it my go-to? No. If that was all I had, would I be happy with it? Hell yes. Souls, I was going to show you, but we got out quickly. Souls, I wish they were still on the job I was at earlier. You should see how bad the framing is. Dude, there's bad work everywhere, Steve. It's crazy. That's why I'd rather do it myself. I'm not paying somebody all this money just to fuck it up. I can fuck it up for about an eighth of the cost. I need more flex batteries. I only have 6, and I have 6. What does that mean, Pat? Oh, 6 tools.
I'm back.
You're back?
Okay. Let me see that sawzall again.
Hold on. Apache, I have 50 flex batteries, all double stacks. I gotta
Man
buy
can
some.
never have enough batteries.
So what? You want to see this? Is that what you want to see?
Yep.
Okay. That's an old one.
That's a Milwaukee plug-in, badass, but weightlifters could use this to get muscles.
Yeah.
But look at the size. Look at the size. It's twice as big as that.
I know. But I'm going to
So
tell you what, this is probably more powerful.
yeah. Yep. So you just gotta get a cord out. It's big and bulky. That will work better.
Yeah.
And I think if I was gonna get one, I think I will go with the. I don't think I'll go with the one hand.
You go with the big one?
Yeah, because a lot of times I got to get in and do some serious cutting.
Yeah.
You know? But this is wider than the screen.
Yeah. So
I
Tools
got
with
like
Souls just
I
said,
got a million. I got a million plug-in tools out there.
yeah, Tools with Souls just said, I actually have that Milwaukee. That's what I used to use on the job.
Yep. Never failed me. But you don't want to use it no more. What they got out there? Put a battery. You go do it. You cut it. You're done. Go back.
Yeah.
You don't
Yep.
got to buy a $50 extension cord.
Nope.
Because extension cords ain't cheap. You got to have a good amp on. This thing draws some amps. You got to have a good extension cord.
And how many times does a dumb fuck on the job accidentally cut your extension cord or nick it and all that type of bullshit? It's just a pain in the ass.
Well, I let your brother use my hedge clippers, electric ones, and guess what? My $75 extension cord, cut it now. Cut it. And that was a 12 to 150 foot cord.
You got to tell Jason to lay off the Chiba.
But and nothing's worse. Like, I used to help the guy renovate apartments, nobody live in them. We would go there, and he'd be using a plug-in saw. I use plug-in saw, bang, and it's a complex, right? So it would kick the breaker out. Guess what? The breaker box might be in another apartment. You don't know where the hell it is, so you've got no power. I have to go home and get my generator because you can't knock on everybody's door. Where's your breaker box? So
yeah.
The cord shit it's seen this the last day.
Yeah. Souls, I had somebody cut my extension cords one time. It pissed me right the fuck off.
Yeah.
It was like, it was plugged into the wall. It was like a plug high up on the wall, and he wasn't paying attention, and he was actually using one of these fucking things, and and he fucking cut right through the fucking cord.
My old
it was all frayed and shit.
Yeah, I let a guy use my shirt. Craftsman. It had the LED in it. It's old, but it had the LED light and everything, and I let him use it. Bing! Got the cord knob.
Yep.
And he said, "I'm sorry." He gave it back to me.
You want to know what's good for you know what's good for if you need extension cords? Buy them at Harbor Freight, Dickie. I got a couple of like 50-foot extension cords. They always got them. They'll have them on like their open box table. Somebody returns it or something because they used it once and then returned it or whatever. You can get them for like $10. That's where I got all my extension cords from. Harbor Freight open box table.
Yep. So you definitely, if you're going to use any kind of power tool that has any balls, you're gonna want a 12 gauge. If you go 14, it don't have, like for instance, Billy, Don's brother, your uncle, he bought a badass pressure washer. It's a brand name, but it's plug-in. Okay, and it's just as powerful as my gas one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to use a 12 gauge extension cord. If you don't, it kicks the breaker every time. You go run for a while and kick.
It does that.
Have a heavy gauge.
It does that with my little Ryobi one.
A lot of these extension cords, you buy them, they're Chinese or anything. The wires, it's aluminum, not even copper. They're junk.
Yeah.
But you need a 12 gauge wire, especially the longer you go with extension cord, the heavier it's got to be.
Yep.
Or it'll get hot. You could actually feel it and be getting hot. If it's drawing so much power. Where you don't need to draw power, just get a battery when you're done.
Steve Otts just said, I was heavily involved in tree work. Speaking of someone fucking something up, this moron used my brand new big saw with 4-foot bar and ran the thing through a stump with rebar in it and destroyed my saw. Fucking idiots.
Well, I let a guy use my impact one time. I was doing a house, and I had the impact and the drill, and he comes out and says, "Hey, Rich, something's wrong with the impact." He had a spade bit in there about 1.5 inches. He put it on my freaking impact, and it jammed in there. I couldn't get it out. I actually had to. There's no way to get it out. I said, "Why would you put a drill bit in an impact? It's not made for that."
Yeah, and he doesn't even know about how we feel about that. Did you hear that? This guy's been a professional for 50 fucking years. So all you guys that stick drill bits, spade bits in the impacts, fuck
No,
off. Fuck
wrong.
you. It goes in
No,
a fucking drill. Double fuck you.
impact,
VCG, Denatools, suck it.
impact. That it's ratchet. Boom, 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 boom. If you drill and it's going, boom, 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 it'll if it catches something. They're not made for drill bit. They're made to put a socket on or whatever. They're not made for drill bits. People, oh, I got the drill bit that has the hex head. It goes in there. Yeah. First of all, the drill bit they'll go in, but they don't have the locking mechanism like a regular. You know, a lot of them don't have it. I mean, when you the hex head on the drill bit, that's made to go in a regular drill, so it don't spin out when you're drilling. You know, and the pain in the ass that locks it in, right? So it don't spin, but they're not made for impact.
There you
Zero.
go.
And you can Google that or call. I don't care. You call Tim the Tool Man.
Yeah.
You know, and, all this old house, they'll tell you no. You ever see one of them doing impact with a drill? Hell no.
No, no.
They'll fire.
Here's the thing, Dickie. There's these big channels, these big YouTube channels doing what I do, but they're much larger than my channel. They literally will tell people, get out your impact. There's a time and place to use an impact when you're using a spade bit. When you're on a ladder and blah, 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 and all this type of shit. It's fucking stupid.
You put it in a drill, and whenever you put a spade bit in a drill, with a good drill, you put it on low speed. It's got more power. It won't, if it bites, it won't do this shit on you. Low power and just go. Sometimes you go fast, but low has more power and you go through. You don't use an impact.
No. No. No.
Otherwise, now if you could use an impact if they're made for it, you go buy a set of drill bits, right? They would have the hex end instead of round, right?
Yeah, but hold on.
You know,
Even they do make impact rated spade bits, okay? They do. But my thing is, you're using that impact is impacting metal on metal. You know how hot that gets doing that? So you're wearing out your tool faster, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you get a much better cut with a drill than you do an impact driver.
it's cleaner. It's not hammering it.
Yeah,
An
exactly.
impact is almost like a hammer drill. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen a professional ever use a spade bit with an impact.
Well,
And but I let my guy use my old school Milwaukee one and screwed it all up.
yeah.
Excuse me, it was a Makita one, and he got it jammed in there so bad he toasted it.
Yeah. And well, there's these soul called professionals on YouTube. Now, Tools with Souls is very adamant about this subject, and I've backed them up on it. When to use a drill, when to use an impact driver, okay?
Right.
And these guys will then go make videos to their million subscriber audience and say, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and blah, blah, blah. And we get so much hate for it. But when I read these dumb fucks comments, I sit there and they go, well, it's easier.
It's not.
Well, just because it's fucking easier doesn't mean it's right. It takes a half a second of more effort to fucking chuck up a drill bit. Like, go get fucked.
Yeah, it'll work better for you.
Yeah.
Just otherwise, all drill bits, like I said, would have the end on it that's made to go in, snap in. You know, you go buy a set of drill bits, unless you find specialty or whatever ones every one you're gonna go see is gonna be round. It's not gonna have that head on for an impact. That's the reason why. If you don't understand that, then I'll have to write you a letter and explain to you and be a couple pages long. I got 5, 6 different drill bits out there, every size known to man. None of them have the bit to go in impact. They're all round. Okay? So they're not meant to be in there.
See you, Apache. Thank you, bud. Apache's our first ever member. Thank you, Apache. See you later, bud. By the way, guys, if you weren't here for the whole thing, we can take memberships. We got membership packages. We can take super chats, all that type of stuff. It's really cool. Thanks to everybody who has done that. Dickie, You said you were going to have your sign in the background. I don't see your sign in the background. Oh, here it comes. There it is.
Gotta go back.
Got to go back. Captain Dick. There it is.
This is a very professional sign. I love it. First time on camera. No,
There you go.
I'm just trying to use it, but like I said, this is still good, but it's a slug.
See you, Jimmy.
And that's still good, but it's a slug compared to what's out there.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-cylinder, 8-cylinder car,
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys see the tools that Captain Dick used to use, and now we're hooking him up with this flex shit. He ain't ever gonna go back to those tools ever again.
Could spend another hour bringing stuff out of there, all plug-in stuff I got.
You know what you do with that, Dickie? You have a garage sale, you sell
Right?
it, and then you use that money to go buy another flex tool.
Right? Absolutely. Yep.
Yep. All right, guys, we've been on here for over an hour now. Oh, hold on. Tools with Souls. Seriously, impact drivers are designed for small fasteners where cam out is a possibility. Self tappers and over tightened nuts and bolts. That's it. Yes.
Okay, let me say one thing real quick. Okay, if you're putting a tap con in, or you're going to drill some long like deck screws or timber things, if you try to do it with a drill, y'all know that do this. Use a drill, it's going to kick out and do all this. Where impact, you put in, it drives it in. Where you can't put screws in with a drill that you can put in with an impact.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Well, tap cons and self tappers, yes, I agree. But if you're talking about them timber locks and stuff, like longer, like the 6-inch timber locks we were messing around with, the
Impact.
drill is much better than an impact driver. It's faster. It's faster. It's easier. If you use the
Oh,
drill
you know why?
properly.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because it has a nut eye. You can put a socket on it or a tip. It's not a Phillips. It's got a nut. But if you're
Yeah,
dealing with Phillips on something long, unless it's a star bit, Phillips, sometimes they just go and they spin. Star
yeah,
bit, you'll get it in. A nut,
yeah,
you'll get it in.
yeah, yeah. The Phillips stuff, yes, you're right. That's what Souls was saying. A possibility of cam out. That's what that's called. They'll fuck up your bit and all that type of stuff.
Yep. Yep. You can push as hard as you want.
Yeah,
Still kick out on you and strip it, and then you can't get it out because you already stripped it.
yeah. Hey, so Dickie,
I'm a fan of star bits, the Torx bits.
yeah, me too. So I think somebody lost a bet when he was in New York about PB Blaster.
Yeah, because you were going to go. It doesn't show the can melting. It had a little cup. It don't show that anymore. So they took the chemical out of it. EPA didn't want you.
Yeah.
So just like the old carburetor cleaner, clean every carburetor. Now they don't do nothing. So yeah, but I used to do that, and I've actually did it before. I don't melt that styrofoam like instantly, but they took the chemical out.
Yeah.
They put
Yeah.
it in our food. They took it out and put it in our food instead.
He had to learn the hard way, guys. Souls
Yep.
even showed him. And he's still like, nah, fuck that. That PB Blaster's gonna go through the cup. It didn't.
Like I said, they took it out of it and they're putting it in our food instead.
Yeah. How sick is that, right? They're basically poisoning us, and we don't get into politics on the channel, but
What is
they
this
they
new?
they
What is this new thing? PF up or some kind of? It's called forever plastic. It never goes away. Never.
really? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
They call it never go away chemical. It's plastic and it won't disintegrate. It'll be on a planet older than all you and all our kids and all our grandmothers and grandfathers to come, and it'll be prehistoric again.
Yeah.
Or
All right, guys, we've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. Captain Dick's probably getting tired. It's 10:30. It's past his bedtime.
No,
Um,
I work today, so I'm up for a while. But I really appreciate chatting and all the fellows that I talked to on there and heard their response from. And I like to learn stuff from everybody. Any secrets you got doing little jobs, an easy way to do it. It's always good, because nobody knows everything. You know.
so, are you coming back next week?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you going to come back the week after that?
Yes, and I'm going to bring some old school tools.
Okay. All
I'm going to
right.
show
So,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
show you what I used for years when I had to go through. Besides this, if you're running a job and you got a job and you got 4 people working for you, now you need how many extension cords? 4 extension cords. And sometimes they got to go for miles, not miles, but 100-footer. You got all these people and everything. Now, beep, 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 put it back. I don't have to wrap up the cords. That was the worst thing I hated. Wrapping them up, wrapping the cord around this so don't get caught and rip it up. I don't even use this anymore.
All
But
right, guys, we're getting out of here. You heard it. I've been searching for a live partner for months now. You know, stuff just always didn't work out. Whatever, all good. And now we got the old guy here, and it looks like he is going to learn how to go live. But Captain Dick, next week, we got to be 15 minutes early to go over stuff before we go live.
Josh, I was waiting for your mama all night. I've been waiting for her. It's not my fault. I was waiting an hour before that.
So 8:45. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the super chats. Means a lot to me. And you're going to
Thanks,
be
folks.
seeing a lot of
Yep.
Captain Dick over there.
Yep.
All right, guys, have a good night.
All right. Have a good night.
See you, Dickie.
See ya. All right. Talk to you later.